You won't believe what just shook one of reality TV's most talked about families. Tensions exploded this week after shocking reports emerged suggesting that the DNA results for Mendeecees' supposed baby aren't what anyone expected. Fans are left stunned, and the drama between Yandy and Erica has reached an all-time high. Emotions ran high as accusations flew. Voices cracked with anger, and secrets that were buried for years now threatened to tear the family apart. Social media is buzzing with speculation. Rumors are spreading like wildfire, and insiders claim that what happened behind closed doors could change everything we thought we knew about this household. Eyewitnesses describe heated confrontations, tears, and moments so intense you almost feel the tension yourself. Some say the argument between Yandy and Erica lasted hours, with each side refusing to back down, while others report that friends and family were caught in the middle, trying desperately to mediate before things got completely out of control. The atmosphere was reportedly electric, filled with disbelief, betrayal, and raw emotion. Tonight, we dive deep into the story that has fans talking non-stop, examining every shocking detail, explosive reaction, and twisted revelation that unfolded after news of the DNA results went public. The day started quietly, at least on the surface, but insiders say the calm was deceptive. Yandy was reportedly pacing in her living room, her phone clutched tightly as she scrolled through social media and read the latest comments from fans speculating about the DNA results. The tension was reportedly unbearable. Friends close to the family claimed she hadn't slept well for days, consumed with worry and a growing sense of betrayal. The news that the baby might not be Mendeecees was just the spark needed to ignite a firestorm of emotions that had been simmering quietly under the surface for months. Sources say that as soon as Yandy heard the details, she called Erica immediately, demanding an explanation. "Erica, what is going on?" Yandy is said to have shouted during the call, her voice shaking with anger and disbelief. "How could this happen without me knowing? You promised me everything was fine." Erica, on the other end, reportedly tried to remain calm, but the tension in her own voice betrayed her. "Yandy. Listen, it's complicated. I didn't know either until recently. You have to understand. I never intended for anyone to get hurt." Friends and family members who were reportedly nearby described the atmosphere as electric. The argument quickly escalated into a full-blown confrontation, with Yandy accusing Erica of lying and withholding the truth for months. "Lying, Erica. This is more than just a lie. This affects the entire family." Emotions ran high as Yandy slammed the phone down, leaving Erica in a state of shock and confusion. Sources suggest that fans immediately picked up on the tension, flooding social media with their own theories and reactions. Some expressed disbelief, while others sided with Yandy, calling out Erica for supposedly betraying the family's trust. The situation, as insiders describe it, was made even more volatile by the presence of other family members who tried to mediate, only to be caught in the middle of a storm they could not control. According to multiple reports, Yandy decided to confront Erica in person later that afternoon. Eyewitnesses claimed the meeting took place at a neutral location, but the intensity of the confrontation reportedly left everyone stunned. The moment Yandy walked in, the air changed. One friend allegedly said, "You could feel the tension in the room. It was thick, heavy, almost unbearable." The family was left divided, and no one knew how to calm things down. As the conversation unfolded, emotions reportedly escalated quickly. Yandy is said to have accused Erica of betrayal on multiple levels, not just concerning the DNA results, but also in the way information was supposedly kept from her. "How could you hide this after everything, after all we've been through?" Yandy allegedly demanded, her voice breaking under the weight of anger and hurt. Erica, meanwhile, reportedly tried to explain her side, her own tears mingling with frustration. "I didn't know. I swear, Yandy, I had no idea until it was too late. I never wanted this to happen," she allegedly said, her hands trembling as she gestured toward Yandy, trying to make her see that the situation had spiraled out of control unintentionally. Friends and insiders described the scene as chaotic, with emotions running so high that even casual observers reportedly found it hard to focus on what was being said. Every sentence seemed to carry more weight than the last, and every gesture was interpreted as a sign of deeper betrayal. Rumors suggest that at one point Yandy allegedly threw her phone across the room in frustration, a symbolic act that underscored the gravity of the situation. The tension reportedly didn't stop with just the two women. Family members and close friends are said to have been drawn into the argument, some attempting to mediate while others added fuel to the fire. It was like watching a storm break inside a house. One insider allegedly said, "Everyone was saying something, no one was listening, and the emotions just kept building." Social media naturally exploded as clips and screenshots allegedly circulated online. Fans reportedly couldn't get enough, dissecting every comment, every gesture, every expression, and creating entire threads debating who was right, who was wrong, and what would happen next. The reactions were described as intense, with fans expressing outrage, disbelief, and even sympathy in ways that mirrored the chaos unfolding behind closed doors. According to sources, Yandy and Erica's argument took several hours with moments of silence that were reportedly more intense than the shouting. During these pauses, friends allegedly whispered about past incidents, unresolved grievances, and underlying tensions that had never been fully addressed. Some say these moments were when the real shock set in, the realization that this confrontation wasn't just about the DNA results, but about years of unspoken feelings, misunderstandings, and fragile trust. One insider claimed it wasn't just a fight about a DNA test, it was years of pressure, secrecy, and unspoken fears coming to the surface. Yandy felt betrayed not only by Erica, but by the entire situation, and Erica felt trapped, misunderstood, and cornered. The intensity reportedly left everyone emotionally drained. Yet, no resolution seemed near as the evening progressed. Witnesses alleged that the argument began to take on unexpected twists. Family members reportedly revealed past secrets. Old accusations resurfaced, and long-standing rivalries added even more complexity to the already volatile situation. At one point, someone allegedly shouted, "This isn't just about the baby, it's about everything you've never told us," creating a ripple effect that amplified the tension in ways no one had anticipated. The atmosphere reportedly came so charged that some friends and family allegedly left the scene unable to bear the emotional weight. The room, however, remained filled with heavy silence, broken only by the occasional sharp comment, sigh, or muffled sob. Eyewitnesses claimed that the energy in the room was electric, with every word and gesture magnified by the unresolved emotions that hung over the family like a storm cloud. According to insiders, Yandy's anger wasn't just about feeling deceived, it was about protecting her family, her sense of trust, and the life she had envisioned. Erica, on the other hand, reportedly tried to defend herself while also processing her own guilt, fear, and shock at the revelations. The tension reportedly reached a point where even casual interactions became fraught with meaning, every glance interpreted as accusation, every pause a potential sign of betrayal. Fans watching online reportedly couldn't look away, with many saying the intensity felt realer than reality TV itself. Social media was reportedly filled with reactions ranging from shock to admiration as people debated who was justified, who overreacted, and how this scandal might evolve in the coming days. Insiders claimed that the volume of online discussion only added to the pressure, as both Yandy and Erica were reportedly aware of the public eye turning on them, heightening the emotional stakes and complicating efforts to resolve the conflict privately as night. Sources say the confrontation ended without a clear resolution, leaving the family divided and the emotions unresolved. Whispers of further confrontations, private meetings, and potential interventions reportedly began to circulate among friends and fans, hinting at even more drama yet to come. The tension, insiders claim, didn't just linger, it hung in the air like an unspoken promise that the story was far from over. While some close friends tried to soothe the situation, allegedly arranging separate meetings to calm Yandy and Erica, the underlying issues reportedly remained, creating a sense of anticipation and dread among those who were watching. Every move, every text, every phone call became a potential trigger, and the family's dynamic was reportedly shifting in ways no one had expected. In the end, sources alleged that what started as a shocking revelation about a DNA test escalated into an emotionally charged battle that highlighted the events of that day. According to reports, weren't just about DNA results, they were a magnifying glass revealing the complex, fragile, and often volatile relationships that define the family. Friends say that the shock, betrayal, and heartbreak experienced by Yandy and Erica will likely influence every future interaction, leaving a legacy of caution, suspicion, and heightened emotions that may never fully dissipate. As the following morning unfolded, insiders report that the emotional aftermath of the confrontation was still very much present. Yandy reportedly spent hours in her bedroom, reflecting on the previous day's chaos, while Erica allegedly tried to regroup and figure out how to navigate the storm she had unintentionally stepped into. Friends close to the family claimed that both women were overwhelmed by the attention from fans and media, who had picked up on snippets of the drama and were now speculating endlessly about motives, intentions, and what might happen next. "It's like walking on eggshells," an insider allegedly said. Every text, every call, every interaction is being scrutinized. Yandy and Erica are both aware that the public is watching, and it's making an already tense situation even harder to manage. According to sources, Erica reportedly tried to reach out to Mendeecees, hoping to clarify things and prevent further damage. "He needs to know the truth, and I need him to understand that I never meant to cause problems," she allegedly said during a private conversation. Mendeecees, however, is said to have been stunned and conflicted. Fans report that he seemed torn between disbelief, concern for Yandy, and his own sense of hurt at the unfolding revelations. The family dynamic, insiders claim, was rapidly shifting as everyone tried to find their footing amidst the chaos. Friends reportedly described the atmosphere as charged with a mix of apprehension and anticipation. The tension was not only about the DNA results themselves, but about the broader implications. Trust had been shaken, loyalties questioned, and every past interaction suddenly viewed in a new light. "It's not just about a single mistake," one insider allegedly said. "It's about years of unresolved issues that are now boiling to the surface. Everyone involved is realizing just how fragile their relationships are." By midday, social media activity reportedly escalated, with fans dissecting every possible detail and speculating on private conversations that may have occurred behind closed doors. Screenshots and alleged leaked messages allegedly circulated, some suggesting that Yandy had reached a breaking point, while others implied that Erica was pleading for understanding. The discussion online reportedly mirrored the family's internal chaos, a digital echo of the tension filling the rooms where the drama had played out. According to sources, friends of the family attempted to mediate, arranging meetings and discussions to cool tempers and foster understanding. Some insiders report that these interventions met with mixed results, as old grievances and resentments resurfaced in surprising ways. Every time someone tried to calm things down, a new issue would come up. One friend allegedly said it was like pulling on a thread and the entire fabric of their relationships was unraveling right in front of them. As the afternoon progressed, Yandy reportedly demanded that Erica provide more details about the DNA testing process, the timing of events, and who else might have known. Erica allegedly tried to explain, her voice reportedly trembling as she recounted conversations, appointments, and private moments she had hoped would never become public. "I'm telling you everything I know, Yandy," she allegedly said, tears streaming down her face. "I've never kept anything from you intentionally. This was never meant to hurt anyone." Friends and witnesses allegedly described Yandy's response as a mix of anger, hurt, and cautious listening. While she reportedly wanted answers, the emotional weight of the revelation made it hard for her to process everything. Every word from Erica seemed to carry multiple layers of meaning, and every pause was interpreted as a potential sign of dishonesty. You could see her brain working, trying to sort truth from miscommunication, one insider allegedly said, but her emotions kept getting in the way. "It was raw, it was intense, and it was painful to witness." Meanwhile, Mendeecees reportedly struggled with his own feelings. Sources claim that he felt betrayed not only by the situation, but by the perceived secrecy surrounding it. He's caught between supporting Yandy, processing his own emotions, figuring out how to respond publicly. One insider allegedly said, "Fans have no idea how heavy this is for him. It's not just about the DNA, about trust, respect, and the foundation of the family being shaken." The alleged conflict reportedly didn't stop at private conversations. Friends claimed that tension spilled into family group chats where back-and-forth messages escalated into heated debates. Some messages were described as apologetic, some defensive, and some openly accusatory. The digital correspondence, insiders say, mirrored the chaos of in-person interactions, amplifying emotions and creating new layers of misunderstanding. Reports suggest that by evening, the emotional stakes had grown even higher. Yandy allegedly began to reflect not only on the DNA results but on her own relationships within the family, questioning alliances, intentions, and the strength of trust that had previously seemed unshakable. Erica, meanwhile, reportedly wrestled with guilt and anxiety, fearing that every word she said could be misinterpreted and that every gesture might exacerbate the situation further. According to witnesses, the evening was filled with moments of silence punctuated by sudden bursts of emotional expression. Yandy allegedly confronted Erica about specific incidents from the past, linking them to the present situation in ways that left Erica visibly shaken. "I trusted you with everything," Yandy allegedly said, her voice breaking, "and now I don't know what to believe anymore." Friends claimed that Erica tried to respond calmly, explaining her perspective and appealing to the history they shared. "Everything I did was to protect the family," she allegedly said. "I never wanted this to spiral like this. Please just hear me out." Social media naturally reflected every nuance of this ongoing drama. Fans are reportedly debating who is in the right, analyzing old footage for clues, and speculating about potential resolutions. The intensity of the online response allegedly added another layer of pressure for Yandy and Erica, who reportedly felt scrutinized at every turn. Insiders suggest that this constant attention amplified every emotional reaction, making reconciliation even more difficult by late night. Sources alleged that the confrontation had left both women emotionally drained but still at odds. Attempts at resolution reportedly stalled, and the family was described as being in a state of suspended tension, with each member navigating their own feelings of betrayal, confusion, and worry. The weight of the situation, insiders say, is expected to influence interactions for weeks, possibly months to come. Friends who remained close throughout reportedly say that both Yandy and Erica are aware of the need to eventually resolve their differences, but that doing so will require time, patience, and honest dialogue. The emotional turbulence of the day, sources claim, has served as a stark reminder of how quickly trust can be shaken and how long it can take to rebuild. According to reports, fans continue to watch every move, every statement, and every interaction with bated breath. Speculation runs rampant as followers debate not only the DNA results themselves, but also the underlying tensions that brought the family to this point. The online chatter, insiders allege, reflects the depth of the drama and the fascination that audiences have with personal stories, amplified by public attention. As the night drew on, the family reportedly attempted to regroup privately with friends, facilitating conversations aimed at calming nerves and clarifying misunderstandings. Despite these efforts, the underlying emotions reportedly remained intense, with hurt, suspicion, and unresolved grievances lingering in the air. Sources claim that this emotional weight is unlikely to dissipate quickly, creating a tense atmosphere in the home and in the broader family dynamic. According to insiders, one of the most challenging aspects of the situation is the unpredictability of reactions. Every comment, every gesture, and every decision seems to carry heightened significance, meaning that even well-intentioned actions can trigger conflict. Friends allegedly say that both Yandy and Erica are learning, sometimes painfully, how delicate communication can be in moments of high emotion. Witnesses describe the situation as a complex web of feelings, histories, and stakes. The DNA revelation is only one thread in a much larger tapestry of trust, loyalty, and interpersonal dynamics that have long shaped interactions within the family. According to sources, understanding these underlying layers is essential to grasping why the conflict became so intense and why fans are so captivated by every development the following day. Sources report that Yandy and Erica's conflict began to take on new dimensions. Friends say that lingering emotions from the previous confrontation. "I feel like everything I knew has been turned upside down," she allegedly said. "I don't even know who to trust anymore." The friends reportedly tried to offer comfort, suggesting that patience and open communication might help de-escalate the situation. But Yandy allegedly remained skeptical, unsure whether the trust could ever be fully restored. Erica, meanwhile, reportedly took a different approach. Sources claim she spent hours reflecting on the events, reaching out to friends and advisors to strategize how to navigate the emotional fallout. "I need to fix this before it gets worse," she allegedly confided. "I never wanted anyone to get hurt, and now it feels like everything is spiraling out of control." Insiders suggest that her approach was methodical, aiming to rebuild bridges while also defending her position against accusations of deceit or malignity. Friends say that both women were simultaneously trying to maintain appearances for the family and for fans. Aware that social media scrutiny was relentless, every comment online, every post, every discussion among fans was reportedly dissected by Yandy and Erica, fueling anxiety and heightening the stakes of each encounter. The scrutiny, insiders allege, intensified the pressure on both women to respond carefully, even as emotions continued to boil beneath the surface. According to multiple sources, the tension between Yandy and Erica reportedly reached another peak during a private family dinner. What began as an attempt at casual conversation allegedly devolved into a heated argument with old grievances, resurfacing alongside discussions about the DNA revelation. "It was like opening a floodgate," one insider allegedly said. Every issue that had been simmering for years suddenly came to the surface. Voices were raised, tears were shed, and the family was left scrambling to contain the chaos. During the confrontation, Yandy allegedly accused Erica of a pattern of secrecy and evasiveness, linking current events to past incidents that had been left unresolved. "This isn't just about the DNA test," Yandy reportedly said. her voice thick with emotion. "It's about all the times you've hidden things, all the times you didn't communicate, all the moments that left me wondering if I could trust you." Erica, according to witnesses, tried to defend herself, explaining that she had never intended harm and that many of the misunderstandings were unintentional. "I never wanted you to feel betrayed," she allegedly said. "Everything I did was to try to manage the situation without creating more pain. Please understand my side." Friends report that the argument reportedly included other family members attempting to mediate, but each attempt seemed only to amplify the drama. Insiders described moments when mediators were interrupted, misunderstood, or drawn into new conflicts themselves, creating a chaotic scene that left everyone emotionally exhausted. Social media allegedly mirrored the intensity of the private confrontation. Fans reportedly reacted to leaked messages and screenshots with a mix of shock, empathy, and speculation. Some praised Yandy for standing her ground, while others defended Erica, insisting that her intentions had been misunderstood. The ongoing online debate reportedly added another layer of stress as both women were aware that public perception could influence their family relationships. Sources claimed that the afternoon included unexpected twists. Reportedly, a close friend revealed new information about the DNA testing process, claiming there were delays and errors that complicated the situation. This revelation allegedly led to a temporary pause in the argument as both Yandy and Erica processed the implications of what they were hearing. Emotions, however, reportedly remained high, with both women still struggling to reconcile feelings of hurt, betrayal, and fear. Friends allege that at one point Yandy confronted Erica about her communication with other family members, suggesting that Erica had shared details selectively, creating confusion and fueling tension. "Why didn't you tell me everything?" Yandy allegedly demanded. "I had to hear it in pieces from other people." Erica reportedly responded with a mix of defensiveness and remorse. "I was trying to protect everyone," she allegedly said. "I didn't realize it would make things worse. I only wanted to prevent more pain." Sources say that this exchange reportedly triggered further debate within the family, with some members taking sides and others trying desperately to calm the situation. Friends described the environment as emotionally charged, with everyone on edge and every word scrutinized. The combination of past grievances, present revelations, and public attention reportedly created a pressure cooker scenario that seemed almost impossible to diffuse. According to insiders, Yandy and Erica eventually took a brief pause to cool down, retreating to separate rooms to reflect and regain composure. Friends say that even during these moments, the tension remained palpable, with occasional messages and calls, reigniting emotions and reminding everyone that the conflict was far from resolved by evening. Sources claimed that the family reportedly attempted another round of mediation, bringing together key members to discuss the situation calmly and attempt to establish a path forward. Despite these efforts, insiders alleged that unresolved feelings, lingering mistrust, and public scrutiny continued to complicate the process. Every suggestion, every compromise, every apology was reportedly analyzed and interpreted for hidden meaning, creating an emotionally exhausting environment for all involved. Friends say that both Yandy and Erica were aware of the high stakes. The DNA revelation had not only upended their private lives but also affected relationships with extended family, friends, and fans who closely follow every development. Insiders suggest that the weight of public perception amplified personal emotions, making resolution even more challenging. According to sources, the night reportedly ended with no clear resolution, but with moments of tentative understanding. Yandy and Erica allegedly agreed to continue discussions privately, seeking ways to rebuild trust while acknowledging the depth of hurt and disappointment on both sides. Friends reportedly described these moments as fragile, tentative steps toward reconciliation, with emotions still raw and the future uncertain. Additionally, insiders claimed that the events of the day reportedly prompted family members to reassess their own roles in the conflict, reflecting on how past actions, words, and unspoken tensions may have contributed to the intensity of the confrontation. Friends allege that these reflections, while difficult, could serve as a foundation for eventual resolution if approached with honesty and empathy. According to multiple sources, the ongoing drama reportedly captivated fans who watched every move with intense curiosity and speculation. Social media reportedly buzzed with commentary as followers debated potential outcomes, the sincerity of apologies, and the likelihood of reconciliation. The intensity of fan engagement allegedly added yet another layer of complexity, influencing how Yandy and Erica navigated interactions and communicated publicly. Friends report that by the end of the night, Both women were emotionally exhausted but still determined to address the situation. Sources allege that the DNA revelation, while shocking, served as a catalyst for confronting deeper issues, revealing underlying tensions, and forcing the family to face emotions that had been simmering for years. Insiders suggest that the process of healing, understanding, and rebuilding trust will likely be ongoing with challenges and revelations still to come. The following morning, sources report that tensions were still simmering as Yandy and Erica faced each other with cautious weariness. Friends say that both women had spent the night reflecting on the previous confrontations, replaying conversations and moments that had left them hurt, angry, and exhausted. Insiders described the atmosphere as fragile, with every interaction potentially triggering renewed conflict. According to multiple reports, Yandy reportedly initiated the day by confronting Erica once again, seeking clarity on details that had remained ambiguous. "I need the truth, Erica," she allegedly said, her voice low but firm. "No more hiding. No more guessing. I can't move forward without understanding everything." Erica, reportedly overwhelmed but determined, allegedly responded with honesty and vulnerability. "Yandy, I'm telling you everything I know," she allegedly said. "There's nothing left to hide. I never intended to hurt you or anyone else. Please just hear me." Friends claim that the dialogue reportedly escalated quickly into a mix of raw emotion, tears, and raised voices.